we're recording.
Right. Welcome everyone. I cannot believe that it's October already. September was it was a whirlwind. It was it hasn't even sunk in yet. Like I can't even grasp what we all did in September. We finished with $354,000. That was over 100,000 more than we did in August. So I mean, like those numbers, I kept looking at them. I was like, there's no way that they're going up this quickly. It was just like I was just watching it, and it was just going up and going up. And I was like, oh my gosh! I said to my husband, I'm like, we're going to be 50,000 more than what we were in August. And then I was like, okay, we hit that, and we still had like 2 days left or something in the month, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think we're gonna do it. And then we finished it was over 100,000 more. In August we finished at 248, and in like I said, in September it was 354. So I mean, that just shows the growth that this team is going through, and it's just it's so fun to watch. We also added 80 new reps to our team in September. 80, like that's huge. Before I felt like in August I'd have to go back and look, but I think it was probably half of that. So we are just like doubling everything, and it's just happening so quickly. We had 34 rank advancements. Again, that triple bonus I think had a lot to do with it, and we're super duper pumped to have that in the works again this month. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. We had 16 people on our team that earned that director's backpack, which is super exciting. That means we had 16 directors on the team. So that qualified for, well, they might have hit director, but they had to have that 1,500 in PV to get the backpack. So again, you guys Katie and I we're just constantly like back and forth. Like, can you believe what's happening here? Like it's just taking off like crazy, and it's so fun to be part of it and watch you guys. All those rank advancements, we feel like proud parents when we see that. It's so exciting to see you guys hit those goals, because I know that you work so hard at them, and it's super rewarding. So we love seeing your hustle and your heart, and and I'm going to cry, so I'm going to move on. So if you did earn the backpack, there's a tank that we are putting in there with a backpack. So if you did earn it, and if you're not sure if you earned it, you can message me, but I'll need your size for the tank. So you can send me a message with that. And as far as the backpacks and when we're going to get them all together, the water bottles are being shipped now. The actual backpacks are being shipped, hopefully in the next couple days. So once we get it all together, then Katie and I are going to just kind of work together and put them together and then get them shipped out. So I'm not exactly sure on the timeline, but once we get the backpacks in the water bottles, then we'll get them done as soon as we can. So let's see. And then as far as the leaderboard goes, I will also get that posted tomorrow. I had that crazy last day of the month on Monday, and then I worked yesterday and today, so I haven't got a chance to do that yet, but I will get that done tomorrow. And then October, guys, it is going to be huge. We can already feel it. There's so many things in place with the breast cancer awareness. We're going to talk a little bit about that. The triple bonus again, we'll talk about that. Another promo, and then the Success in 60 program that was just released last night that Katie's going to talk a little bit more about that here in a few minutes. So all of those things in place. I think October is going to be, even bigger than September. So we were super excited to get started, and we started off the launch today, Wednesday, with incredible launch. Those boyfriend sweaters, are always a big deal, and they sell out quickly. And then those striped leggings are amazing. So super excited about that. And then as far as October goes, we have 5 Wednesdays in October. So anytime we have 5 Wednesdays in October, I feel like those months are big. So take advantage of that. So. All right, Katie, I think I am done with the first part of that, so you can take over.
Okay, great. On something I did, what did I do? What was it? The live training Tuesday. I talked about your goal tracker, and I said if you fill it out, bring it to the call, and hold it up, and one of you will win. So if you have it, I see Krista, Heather, Jamie, Gina, Caitlin, and Gina, Krista. Oh, some of you go on 2 screens. Weird. Marzina. Okay, sweet. Okay, so I'm saying your name. So when I watch back the recording, I'll put your names in random name picker and I'll choose one of you for a gift card. If you haven't watched my training Tuesday, I don't even know if it was all that helpful, but I do think it's important for everybody to fill this out. I fill it out and it goes on my board. This is in Trello under the welcome header, so that's the one on the very left, and if you scroll down to the bottom, it's right there. I just think it's a really simple, helpful tool, and I did not make it. Blair Sells in our company made it, and I love it. So thank you for those of you that filled that out. I also wanted to chat about the September calendars that, those are the fun calendars. I think it was called Strong Bodies and Businesses, and there were different things you could do for your health and different things you could do for your business. I've only received one of those. So I'm gonna give you guys one more day. If you wanna email me or message me on Facebook with how many points you have or a screenshot of your calendar. We were gonna draw 3 winners, so I really, if you participated, we'd love for you to be included in that. My email, if you wanna email, it's katie.harlan1@gmail.com, and I'll type it into the chat, okay? All right, I think that's it. Okay, back to you, Monica. It's like we're doing the news.
So I'm going to just talk about a little bit more about the October promos. I kind of talked about it a little bit in the beginning, but we are blessed to have Zaya run that triple bonus again. I think this is going to be it. So you guys don't leave that money on the table. If you aren't sure on how to rank advance, make sure that you, oh, it's hard to hear me. Sorry. Is that better? I'll come a little closer. Can you hear me, Katie?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Anyway, so if you're still not sure on how to rank advance, make sure you reach out to your upline or Katie and I so we can help you make a plan on how to do it. And like I said, when Katie talks here in a few minutes about the Success in 60, that is gonna map it out for you there too. So just set those goals and get that money. Don't leave it on the table. They're giving it to us. It's super exciting. As you guys know, I hit these double XI exec and got that 10 grand, which is, I still don't even, like, it has not registered yet. Until I see that check, it doesn't feel real. So, but yes, just do everything you can to get that next advancement so you can get that money. And then as far as the backpack, Katie and I talked, and we want to extend that too. So if you didn't get it this month, there's still a chance to get it next month. If you already got it this month, then you're out of the running. But if you were close this month and just didn't hit it, you have another opportunity to get it this month. Remember, you have to be a paid director. If you don't know what that means, it means you have to meet all the requirements for a director. So let's say you were a director back in August. That's going to be your lifetime rank. You're going to be, well, until you rank advance, but you're always going to be considered a director until you get to the next levels. But you're not only going to be paid at a director if you hit, the 10,000 group PV, and obviously you're already hit your lifetime, but your first level has to be at 2,000. So make sure you look at all those numbers. So you know that you're hitting all the requirements for that director. And then also we're adding in that 1,500 PV just as something extra that you have to hit in order to get the backpack. So I think that's it. Back to you, Katie.
Okay, so I wanted to spend a little time going over the Success in 60 plan that we rolled out last night. If you haven't watched that call, you probably need to watch that to really be clear. What tank is it for the Director Backpack? It's the Havana tank. Okay, so a few things that I wanted to clarify about Success in 60. first of all, this program really is designed to help our new reps launch. The only reason that we're including everyone right now is because we have to sort of draw a line in the sand and have a starting point. So it's like, because it's the first batch, we wanted everybody to be included, but we are only able, people who have been in the company for a while are only able to qualify during this first period. Then it's really for new people. Okay, so I think it's important for us to go through the program actually, so we can find the problems with it, the things that are great, experience it as our reps will experience it. But that's why it's a little confusing and a little murky at the beginning, because we're bringing in everyone. Going forward, it will be very simple. You're a new rep, here's the program. Did you graduate? Yes, okay? And I want to talk through how I'm going to give it to my new reps so that you guys have an idea. However, it's totally up to each of you how you present this to your reps. This is a program that you will be talking to your reps about. Now, of course, Monica and I will talk about it as well. I hope that it becomes part of our team culture, that it's just success in 60, success in 60. We're always talking about it, but it is up to each person who adds reps to their team to train their reps, and this is part of it. Here's how I plan to do this. So when somebody enrolls on my team in my first level, we just started this, you guys, like two weeks ago. They are going to get an email, a welcome email from Monica and I, just welcoming them, telling them where our team page is, Trello, telling them to make sure they have a call with their upline, and if they don't know who that is, to reach out to us, because sometimes that happens. And then we're going to add a little blurb about success in 60, something like, make sure to talk to your upline about success in 60. We haven't added that yet, but we will. So that email goes out once a week, and Monica just filters it. I think she sends it Sunday or Monday. It goes to all new reps in the downline. So you can feel really good knowing that your reps, everybody in the organization, is going to get this welcome email. But that is not your training system. The training system for your new rep is you. So that welcome email is just because people say our names a lot, and I think it's weird for people not to know who we are. Just start hearing our name, Katie and Monica, and they've never heard of us before. So that's just, that covers that base. But you guys are the ones that are going to train your reps. And I really hope that this program makes that a little bit easier for everybody. So then so they get the email. Once somebody signs up, I get on a phone call with them within the next few days. Sometimes they want to wait till they've gotten their starter kit. Sometimes they're really ready. So we schedule a call within a week, I would say. And on the call, I always get to know them. We talk about their launch party. I answer any questions. And now I'm going to say, I also wanted to let you know that we have a new program for new reps. It's called Success in 60, and it basically walks you through getting your first 2 rank advancements. And if you complete it in 60 days, you get an exclusive invitation to a retreat taking place this spring. Would you like the program? And if they say yes, then I will send them the link for the program. That's really all I'm going to do, other than what I do anyway, which is follow up every, as they're getting started. Do you need anything? Any questions? How are you doing? I mean, typically, if it's somebody who's working, you have a pretty consistent relationship for the early, few months anyway, because they have a lot of questions. But that's how I plan to handle that program. Everything else is really in the program, and it's in my mind, it's kind of up to them to complete it. The trainings are there, the checklist is there. If you have a different idea about how you want to walk them through it, maybe you want to set up a weekly call with them, that's totally up to you guys. But we will not be running any sort of team-wide this or that at this time for the program. That's really for each of you to be delivering to your reps. Now, we have pinned it to the team page, and I just wanted to share my screen real quick because I was looking today and I'm like, we still haven't gotten the email. We still haven't gotten the email with the FAQs and all of that, but actually we haven't gotten the email, but we do have all of that. I just didn't see it. Oh wait, I didn't need to do this. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you here. Okay, so in the announcements, it's here. Here's the video. And I'll leave that there for a little bit. And then here's the program. So I've already clicked it over here. This is the link that you will give your reps. And it really breaks it down. Month 1, and this is their goal. In month 1, there's a video right here. And these are what they need to do in days 1 through 10. So if you wanted, you know, maybe you say, okay, I'm gonna have you do the pre-launch phase and then check back in with me. Maybe you want to do that. We can all sort of figure out how that feels. But then there's all these links that they can click from. I mean, really everything is here. Phase 2, launch, et cetera, et cetera. But then you guys, if you go down to the very bottom, this is really key. Now what? Did you hit your senior rep goal? Let's check your numbers. So they're going to check through this. And then did you hit your target? Contact your sponsor to send an email to da-da-da-da-da. So several of you hit it last month, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. If you hit it last month, your job is to tell your upline so your upline can email this system, and that's just like a checks and balances. But then you guys, look, I didn't see that this was here. Click here for a list of FAQs. It's at the bottom. So read through that on your own, and I think it's pretty thorough, but I also think it can be a little confusing. So I want to just chat through a few more things about it. Okay, the only people that have qualified as of now are people that achieved rank of senior rep in September. If you achieved senior rank or senior rep in September, congratulations, you are a Success in 60 qualifier, okay? If you were already a senior rep in September, prior to September, you need to get 4 recruits. So if you're a senior rep and above, I guess, you need to get 4 recruits to your team between September 1st and November 30th. So let's say you're a director and you enrolled 4 people in September, then congratulations, you also have qualified. So if those are you, if you guys are in that category, make sure you message your sponsor so that they can email. I'm really excited to see how that works because I don't know if anybody's emailed yet. And then the other category is if you have not achieved, if you're a rep or a junior rep level, then you just need to get to senior rep by November 30th. Okay, so, but again, those confusing parts aren't going to be confusing once we get past this first period. So it's just a little bit, it's a little bit messy in this first period. Okay, what questions do you guys have about Success in 60? None?
So you did good, Katie.
I did? I practiced this out loud like 3 times today because I was getting myself confused, quite honestly. And I've had a lot of conversations with Sam, like, to clarify some stuff. So you guys, what happened is, just so you know a little backstory, do you guys remember Sam Higginson, who was on our calls in the spring and the summer? And he was doing work for us, and he was working with the top leaders, et cetera, et cetera. Well, then he wasn't doing that for Zaya, but he said, I would love to continue working with people for a fee, and basically launched his coaching business, which is fine. So several people decided to pay for his coaching. We did not, but Sarah Anderson, who's up above us, she did, and so she's been working with Sam on how to grow the team and really put Team One More Rep on the map. And this is sort of their baby. This is what came out of that coaching session. And I just made a video about this, but I look really bad, so I'm going to delete it and do it again tomorrow. But in my video, I talk about, I wanted to tell you this quick story. When I was in Beachbody years ago, I qualified for, I forget even what the whole thing was called, but it was some sort of like leadership retreat for like new people. Like, Lindy, do you remember what it was called?
It was called the New Leader Retreat.
New Leader Retreat. That's it. I kept calling it in my video the Young Leader Retreat. And I'm like, that's not it. Okay, the New Leader Retreat. Okay, so I qualified for this thing, and it was like 250 or 500 people got invited. I don't remember what. And I was like, oh, hell yes, I'm paying for that. I'm going. I don't care how much it costs. I qualified. And when I had the aha moment with this group, I realized what a big deal this is going to be, because I still, to this day, I'm not in Beachbody and haven't been for years, but I still, when I talk to a Beachbody person that has been in it, I still say, oh, I was at the New Leadership Retreat. Like, it's a badge of honor. And that's what we're trying to do with this program. And I really think it will happen. But we do have to have a little bit of buy-in and a little bit of, like, and this was a little hard for me, honestly. I gave the team some pushback about, are we sure we need another thing, And I've done some research and listened and been a team player, and now I really am on board with it. I think it's going to be big, but we have to sort of just trust the process and move forward with it, I think, knowing that it might be messy for a little bit.
Hey, Katie.
Yes.
I do have one question. So that link that has the whole thing in there, basically that's, as soon as somebody says, I want to do Success in 60, we give them that, and then they just follow that. They watch the videos, there's links in there, all that kind of stuff. And then we basically just come up with our own way to say, okay, after you've done phase 1, reach back out to me, kind of like ball in your court. I know you're doing it, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
And they only need that link. Okay.
That's it. Yeah. And that's how I'm going to do it. Now, maybe you guys, after we've played with this with a few new reps, maybe we find out that we need more support for them. And maybe we come up with a different system of checking in or something. But I think for now, we just sort of offer them that link. Okay. Any other questions before we move on to breast cancer fundraiser? Okay. All right. Monica, back to you.
Thank you. So I'm sure you all saw today that Zaya, they usually do. They are doing a breast cancer awareness fundraiser. So every, I guess $2 from the hot pink heifer charge tank and the pink ash boyfriend sweater. $2 from any of those sales they are donating to, I don't know which fund it is. I can't remember which fund it is. But for breast cancer awareness. So we have that, which is going to be huge for us as far as, promoting it. Zaya is doing it. But we also, as a team, are doing it too. So, and it's totally up to you. I know Katie had talked about $5. I'm going to do $5 I'm doing every pink item that I sell. I'm donating $5. I think that's what Katie's doing too. But you guys, you can do whatever you want. If you want to still be involved in our team fundraiser, you can do $1, you can do $2, you can do whatever you want to do. Katie has a spreadsheet that she's going to share that we can keep track. And what we just figured is we would all just keep track. And then at the end of the month, you guys could Venmo either Katie or I, whoever is going to write the check. We're doing it for the Mills Breast Cancer Institute in Champaign, Illinois, where a lot of the team is from. So I work at Carl. I work closely with the Breast Cancer Institute. And so I will just, drop that check off to them. So if you want to participate with the team, that's great. If you want to do your own thing, that is great too. I know Rachel Voris on the team, she is actually donating 20% of all bra sales to her, I think it's, I can't remember what her fundraiser or who she's giving it to. But I think that's another awesome idea. I love the bra donation. So whatever you want to do, if you're not in a position where you can do anything, that's totally fine. But if you want to participate, you can, do it as a team with us, or you can do it on your own. So, and then I also made a few little graphics for it that we can post in the team page if you want to, you can use. So to promote it in your social media. And then also it might be fun if you want to do deals on pink items, like if you want to do, $5 off the copper charge. That way Zaya, all of those that you sell, Zaya is going to donate, $2 to theirs, to their foundation. So, there's a bunch of different ways that you can do it. There's no right or wrong. So whatever you feel like you can do, that would be awesome. And then, like I said, Katie will have the spreadsheet that are you going to just share it?
Oh yeah, let me share it really quick. It's not fancy by any means, but I wanted a marketing tool actually, because people love to get behind a cause. So I'm going to post this in Trello, and I'm going to try to update mine every day. You guys can just update it whenever you want, but then we can sort of see a running, a running total. So we can say our team has raised, I would really love for our team to raise $5,000. Now, I don't know that our check will be that much because we've got several different organizations. So even if you wanted to, like, okay, Rachel, you're doing a different organization, so maybe over here you just like put in parentheses, separate or something, whatever you want to say. But I think it would be so cool for us to be able to see that amount. That's just a really great thing to be sharing kind of consistently throughout the month. So I'll put that in Trello, so that you guys can be sort of accessing that and adding to it.
Does anybody have any questions about that? Or anybody want to share any ideas of what they're doing, if it's not something I already mentioned?
Krista said, yes, the Google Doc updates in real time. It's pretty slick. There's a lot going on this month. I think I really think it's going to be even bigger than September. So do what you need to do to refill so that you can give your energy to your goals, whatever they are. Monica and I were just talking before this, like we haven't had any downtime between the end of the month and beginning. And I know you guys have felt that too. And, that's okay and fine, but you do have to give yourself a little breathing room at some point, or you can't pour from an empty cup. So make sure you give yourself a little time. Yes, I agree, Rachel.
Yes, awesome.
Krista said she needs to advance quickly because she has no time for her 9 to 5 anymore. I think Monica can identify with that.
Yeah. Yes, and that's the great thing. I honestly could retire from my day job right now, you guys. I am making way, way more with Zaya, but I do love my day job, and I have 2 girls in college, so I'm going to hang on a little bit longer. But yes, it's getting really hard to that's all I want to do is Zaya, so it's hard to go to work those days.
Especially on New Release Wednesday. How about those new releases today? They were so good.
So good. So good.
So good. All right, everybody. I think that's it. I'll post this in the morning in our team page so you can direct your teams to it, and let us know if you have anything else.
All right. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.